My dear children of the light, I am Father Michael, and today I need to share with you a truth few know, an ancestral secret that can completely transform how you see the signs the universe sends your way. Have you ever stopped to wonder why, suddenly, crickets start appearing in your home? Why do these little creatures, who should be in fields and gardens, choose your home to manifest their presence? The answer goes far beyond what conventional science can explain. What I will reveal today may shake your beliefs about coincidences and awaken within you a spiritual awareness that has remained dormant for years. For millennia, the oldest civilizations on Earth understood a universal truth that our modern society has forgotten. Nothing, absolutely nothing, happens by chance. Every creature that crosses our path, every sound that echoes in our home, every presence that manifests in our sacred space carries with it a direct message from the cosmos, a call from the universal soul itself that pulsates through all things. And the cricket, my beloved, is not just an insect. It's a cosmic messenger, a spiritual herald sent specifically to you at this exact moment of your journey, to awaken something deep within you. In the most sacred traditions of early Christianity, those silenced for centuries and kept only by the most devout mystics, the cricket was known as the voice of the Holy Spirit whispering in the darkness. Saint John, the evangelist closest to Christ's heart, wrote in his lost manuscripts about how Jesus heard the cricket's song during his nights of prayer in the desert, interpreting each melody as a heavenly prayer echoing directly from the throne of God. Early Christians believed that when a cricket entered a house, it was Jesus himself knocking at the door of the heart, asking permission to enter and transform that dwelling into a sacred temple. But the wisdom of the cricket transcends the boundaries of Christianity and extends to all the spiritual traditions of humanity. In ancient China, crickets were considered guardians of good luck and divine protection. Emperors kept crickets in golden cages, not as entertainment, but as living oracles that whispered the secrets of the future through their melodious songs. They believed the cricket was the reincarnation of wise ancestors returning to guide their descendants along the paths of enlightenment. When a cricket spontaneously appeared in a house, it was interpreted as the blessing of the ancestors, a sign that the family was being protected by higher forces. Native Americans, in their deep connection with the spiritual world, revered the cricket as the keeper of intuition. They taught that the cricket had the unique ability to hear the voices of the spirits and translate them into songs understandable to humans. When a cricket manifested in a tent or dwelling, shamans immediately began rituals of purification and meditation because they knew that great spiritual revelations were about to occur. The cricket was seen as a bridge between the world of the living and the realm of the ancestors, a facilitator of divine communication that opened portals to higher dimensions of consciousness. Now, my dear followers, I want you to understand something fundamental. The appearance of crickets in your home is not a random event. It's a direct manifestation of your inner state, a spiritual reflection of what is happening in your soul at this specific moment of your existence. Each place where the cricket appears, each behavior it demonstrates, each sound it emits carries a deeply personalized message for you. It's as if the universe were writing an intimate letter directly in your spiritual language, using this little creature as sacred ink to draw the outlines of your next transformation. When a cricket appears in the living room, the heart of your home, it's signaling that big changes are coming to your family and social life. The living room represents the center of togetherness, where energies meet and mix. The cricket there indicates that you are being called to be the catalyst for collective transformation, an agent of change who will positively influence everyone around you. Perhaps it's time to gather your family for deeper conversations, to open your heart to dialogues that have been postponed for too long, to become the point of balance and wisdom that everyone around you needs so much. If the cricket manifests in your bedroom, the most intimate sanctuary of your existence, the message becomes even more powerful and personal. The bedroom is where you reconnect with yourself, where your soul rests and regenerates. The presence of the cricket there means you are being summoned to a journey of deep self-knowledge, to delve into the most secret layers of your own consciousness. Great revelations about your life's purpose are about to emerge. It's time to increase your meditation practices, to dedicate more time to silent reflection, to listen carefully to the whispers of your intuition that have been muffled by the rush of modern life. When the cricket appears in the kitchen, the center of nourishment and sustenance of the home, it brings messages related to your physical and spiritual well-being. The kitchen represents the alchemy of transformation, where simple ingredients become food that nourishes body and soul. The cricket there indicates that you need to reassess how you are nourishing yourself and others. Perhaps it's time to adopt healthier habits, to prepare food with more love and awareness, to transform the act of eating into a sacred ritual of gratitude and connection with universal abundance. And if you ask me about the presence of the cricket in the bathroom, I will tell you that this is one of the most powerful signs of spiritual purification. The bathroom, in all mystical tradition, represents the place of cleansing and renewal. When a cricket chooses to manifest itself in your home, it indicates a deep process of purification is occurring in your life. Old patterns, limiting beliefs, and emotional traumas are being washed away from your soul. It's a moment of release, of letting go of everything that no longer serves your spiritual growth. Now, dear children of the light, I need to speak about something that may deeply touch your hearts. If you find a dead cricket in your home, don't let fear or sadness overwhelm you. In fact, this is one of the most powerful messages the universe can send. The dead cricket symbolizes the end of a cycle, the death of old aspects of your personality that needed to be left behind, so a new you could be born. It's like the butterfly emerging from its chrysalis. Something needs to die so that something greater can be born. The cricket offered its life as a symbolic sacrifice so you could understand that it's time to release the past and courageously embrace the future that awaits you. My dear brothers and sisters, if you feel this message is touching your souls, if you recognize that you need this ancestral wisdom in your lives, I invite you to join our spiritual family. Subscribe to this sacred channel where I share the deepest secrets of existence, where I unveil the mysteries that can completely transform your journeys. Turn on the notification bell, because each video I post carries frequencies of healing and awakening that have been channeled directly from the higher dimensions. Don't let these messages get lost in the whirlwind of modern life. Be a part of this community of awakened souls who have chosen to walk the path of true wisdom. The sound that the cricket emits also carries profound meanings that few understand. When the cricket sings at night, it's literally tuning the frequencies of your home to the universal cosmic vibrations. Each chirp, each melody is a note in the cosmic symphony that governs the entire universe. If you pay attention, you'll notice that the cricket song follows specific rhythms, patterns that correspond to the beats of your own heart when you're in a state of deep peace. The cricket is teaching your soul to synchronize with the universal pulse, helping you attune to the frequencies of love, abundance, and harmony that permeate all of creation. When the cricket remains silent, quietly observing its surroundings, it's in energy absorption mode. It's picking up the emotional vibrations of the house, analyzing the energetic patterns of all the inhabitants, preparing to transmit this information to the higher dimensions. It's as if it were a spiritual antenna, connecting your home directly with the angelic realms, ensuring that your prayers and intentions are heard on the highest planes of existence. Let me share some powerful testimonies I've received from people who understood the spiritual message of crickets. Maria, a dear follower from fictional town USA, wrote to me, "Father Michael, after watching your teachings about crickets, I started paying attention when they appeared in my house. On a particularly difficult night, when I was considering giving up on an important dream, a cricket appeared singing in my bedroom. I decided to interpret this as a sign of encouragement. The next day, I received a call that completely changed my life. It was the opportunity I had been waiting for years. Today I know that the cricket was a divine messenger preparing my heart to receive this blessing. John from Fictional City, USA, reported, "I was going through a deep depression, feeling completely disconnected from my spirituality. For weeks, crickets appeared in different rooms of my house, always singing. Initially, I ignored them, but after watching your videos, Father Michael, I started meditating whenever I heard their songs. It was during one of these meditations that I had a clairvoyant vision where my deceased grandfather appeared and transmitted messages of love and guidance. The crickets were literally the voices of my ancestors trying to reach me. My life was never the same again." These testimonies, my beloved, are not coincidences. They are living proof that when we open our hearts to understand the sacred language of the universe, miracles begin to manifest in our lives. Crickets are just one of the many messengers the cosmos uses to communicate with us, but they are especially powerful because they carry frequencies of patience, persistence, and faith, essential qualities for any genuine spiritual journey. Now I want to teach you a sacred ritual you can practice when a cricket manifests in your homes. This is a teaching I received during one of my deepest mystical experiences when I was spiritually transported to a Tibetan monastery where ancient monks transmitted to me wisdom kept for millennia. The communion with the messenger cricket ritual should preferably be performed at night when spiritual energies are most active and receptive. First, light a white candle, symbolizing the purity of intention and the light of truth you wish to receive. Sit silently near where the cricket was seen, breathing deeply and completely quieting your minds. Close your eyes and with an open heart say softly, "Dear sacred messenger, I acknowledge your presence as a gift from the universe. I am ready to receive the message you have brought for my soul. May my heart be receptive to the wisdom you wish to share with me." Then remain in silent meditation for at least 10 minutes, allowing thoughts, images, or sensations to arise naturally in your consciousness. Don't force anything, just observe with gratitude everything that comes. After this period of contemplation, thank the cricket for the message received, even if you haven't yet fully understood its meaning. End the ritual by blowing out the candle with love, visualizing that this light expands throughout the house, blessing each room with spiritual protection and mental clarity. This simple yet powerful ritual establishes a conscious bridge of communication between you and the spiritual forces that operate through crickets. Many of my followers have reported receiving profound insights, revelatory dreams, and extraordinary synchronicities after practicing this sacred ceremony. It's important to understand, my dear spiritual children, that the repeated appearance of crickets in your lives indicates that you are undergoing a period of spiritual acceleration. Your souls are being prepared for a quantum leap in your levels of consciousness. The universe is literally conspiring in your favor, sending these special messengers to ensure that you don't miss any opportunities for growth and transformation. When multiple crickets appear simultaneously, the message is amplified exponentially. It's as if an angelic choir is singing specifically for you, harmonizing the frequencies of your chakras and aligning your energies with the higher purposes of your souls. Pay attention if these crickets always appear at the same time, as this may indicate that there is a specific time of day when you are most receptive to spiritual communications. Esoteric tradition teaches us that crickets are particularly drawn to people who are developing psychic abilities or undergoing spiritual awakenings. They are like natural detectors of changes in the human aura, irresistibly attracted to individuals whose vibrational frequencies are rising. If you are experiencing frequent appearances of crickets, this may be a sign that your intuitive powers are expanding, that your ability to connect with higher dimensions is developing. Reflect with me. How many times have you ignored the small signs that life presents? How many precious messages went unnoticed because you were too busy with worldly concerns?
The cricket comes precisely to break this pattern of spiritual inattention, to force you to pause and recognize that there is much more happening around you than your physical eyes can perceive. Ask yourselves, what area of my life needs more spiritual attention? Where am I resisting the changes that my soul wishes to implement? What aspects of my personality are ready to be transformed? The cricket appears precisely to provoke these deep reflections, to catalyze processes of self-knowledge that you may have been unconsciously postponing. Ancestral wisdom reveals that each creature has a specific role in the great cosmic theater of existence. The cricket was chosen by higher forces to be an activator of consciousness, an awakener of sleeping souls, a catalyst for spiritual transformations. Its small physical stature contrasts dramatically with its immense spiritual power, a profound lesson on how the greatest truths often come packaged in the smallest packages. In my astral travels through the higher realms, I was instructed by the ascended masters about the importance of honoring all the messengers that the universe sends, regardless of their form or size. They revealed to me that humanity has lost the capacity for interspecies communication that our ancestors naturally possessed. Crickets are one of the bridges that can reconnect us with this lost ability, reminding us that we are part of a much larger cosmic web, where each being has a sacred function to fulfill. Traditional Chinese medicine has long recognized the energetic healing properties of crickets, not only physically, but mainly in terms of emotional and spiritual healing. They believe that the sound of the cricket can realign unbalanced energy meridians, restore blocked qi flows, and harmonize the nervous system with natural healing frequencies. When a cricket sings in your home, it is literally offering a free session of sound acupuncture, adjusting your subtle energies to healthier and more balanced patterns. The ancient Celtic Druids considered crickets as guardians of the threshold between worlds. They believed that these small beings had the ability to freely transit between the physical dimension and the spiritual realms, carrying messages in both directions. When a cricket appeared during sacred rituals, it was interpreted as divine approval, a confirmation that the ceremonies were being conducted in harmony with universal cosmic laws. Allow me to share a personal revelation that can completely transform your perspective on this matter. During a near-death experience I had a few years ago, I was transported to a celestial garden where millions of crickets sang in perfect harmony. I then understood that this song was actually the voice of God, manifesting itself through creation, each note representing an answered prayer, each melody symbolizing a miracle in the process of manifestation. Crickets are not just insects, they are members of the angelic choir, active participants in the divine symphony that sustains the entire universe. This understanding radically changed my relationship with these sacred beings. Now, whenever I hear the song of a cricket, I close my eyes and allow that melody to reconnect me directly with the universal source of love and wisdom. It's a transformative practice that I recommend to all of you. Make the cricket song an opportunity for instant prayer, a reminder to elevate your thoughts and connect your hearts with the highest frequencies of existence. Sacred numerology also offers us fascinating insights into the symbolism of the cricket. In the Kabbalistic tradition, the cricket represents the number 7, associated with spiritual perfection, complete cycles of transformation, and direct connection with the divine. When crickets appear in your life, especially in groups of 7 or in 7-day cycles, this indicates that you are entering a phase of spiritual completeness, where important projects will be finalized and new chapters of life will begin under celestial blessings. I want you to understand something fundamental. Modern society has conditioned us to dismiss as superstition anything that cannot be explained by materialistic science. But true wisdom transcends these artificial limitations. There are spiritual realities constantly operating around us, influencing our lives in ways that the rational mind does not even suspect. The cricket is one of these realities, a phenomenon that exists simultaneously in the physical and spiritual plane, serving as a bridge between seemingly separate worlds. When you begin to honor and recognize crickets as sacred messengers, you will realize that other animals will also begin to appear in your lives carrying specific messages. It's as if you're tuning in to a spiritual frequency that allows communication with all of creation. Butterflies might bring messages about transformation, birds about spiritual freedom, and even ants about persistence and divine collaborative work. The nighttime appearance of crickets holds special significance, because night represents the time when our egos are less active and our souls more receptive to higher communications. It is during the hours of darkness that the veils between dimensions become thinner, allowing spiritual messengers to manifest more easily. Therefore, pay special attention to the crickets chirping during your sleepless nights. They may be offering exactly the answers your restless hearts seek. If you have young children at home, observe how they react to crickets. Children, having not yet had their spiritual perceptions blocked by societal conditioning, often manage to see or feel the energies that accompany these messengers. If your children show a special fascination with crickets, this may indicate that they possess natural psychic gifts that should be lovingly and wisely nurtured. South American shamanic tradition teaches us that crickets are especially sacred to people who work as healers, therapists, or spiritual guides. The frequent presence of crickets in someone's life may be a call to develop healing abilities and service to others. If you feel drawn to professions related to the physical, emotional, or spiritual well-being of other people, the appearance of crickets may be divine confirmation that you are following the right path of your souls. Remember always, my dear disciples of light, that the universe is constantly communicating with us through a rich and profound symbolic language. Every experience, every encounter, every appearance has a specific purpose in our journey of spiritual evolution. Crickets are just one of the many ways divinity uses to reach us, guide us, and bless us with its loving presence. When you say goodbye to a cricket, whether alive or dead, always do so with gratitude and reverence. Thank it for the message received, for the protection offered, for the spiritual connection established.
This attitude of acknowledgement and humility keeps open the channels of communication with the higher realms, ensuring that you continue to receive divine guidance on your journeys. My beloved children of light, we have reached the end of this sacred revelation, but the knowledge I have shared with you today is only the beginning of a much deeper and more transformative journey. The cricket that appeared in your home was not a coincidence. It was a divine summons, a call to awaken dormant aspects of your soul, an invitation to embark on a spiritual adventure that can completely revolutionize your existence. I want you to know that you are infinitely loved beings of the universe. Every cricket you encounter is tangible proof of this unconditional love, a demonstration that you are never alone, that benevolent forces are constantly working for your well-being and spiritual growth. The next time you hear a cricket chirping, remember, that is the sound of divinity itself whispering words of encouragement directly into your ears. Do not let this message get lost in the whirlwind of daily life. Share this wisdom with your loved ones. Multiply this light that has been kindled in your hearts. Subscribe to this sacred channel where I will continue to reveal the deepest mysteries of existence, where we will unravel together the secrets that can transform not only your lives, but the entire reality around you. Comment below with your experiences with crickets. Share your stories of synchronicities and spiritual awakening. When you talk about these experiences, you are literally expanding the collective consciousness of humanity, helping other souls to recognize the divine signs they are also receiving. Remember always, you are far more powerful and connected to the sacred than you ever imagined. The cricket simply came to remind you of this eternal truth. Now go in peace, knowing that you carry within you the wisdom of the ages and the blessing of all the ascended masters who have walked this earth before you.
May the infinite light of the Creator illuminate every step of your journeys, and may the sweet song of the crickets always be a melody of hope echoing in your hearts. Until our next sacred encounter, remain in love, gratitude, and conscious connection with the miracles that surround you every moment. So be it, and so it is. Amen.